Hi, I'm Geneva Long, CEO of Bowlus, and it so rarely happens that we have a bolus available for immediate delivery, but we have this very rare Bowlus Rivet with a special cold weather package available for immediate delivery, and I'm here to give you a quick walkthrough of it. Let's get started. Now, like I mentioned, we very rarely have a bolus available for immediate delivery, but we had a customer who decided to upgrade their rivet order to an endless highways order, and as such, we have this one rivet available for immediate delivery. Like I said, this is a very special rivet that's been ordered with a unique cold weather package, which is heated floors inside the rivet and a larger 22-pound propane tank. This bolus is available for immediate delivery at a special price, perfect for ski season. And so the bolus is a Four Seasons travel trailer, but this one is especially comfortable and luxurious with those heated floors and extended propane capacity. In terms of specifications, this has a 2,800 pound dry weight, 3,500 pound GVR. This has the Adventure package on it, which is the 3-inch lift on the axle, as well as the all-terrain tires, which I'll just quickly show you the differences between the two. So on the left, this is the Bowlus Rivet, all-terrain tires, 3-inch lift. And on the right, that's what a non-lifted bolus looks like with the standard bolus tires. Also on this bolus is that cold weather package, like I talked about. And so that's the heated floors and extended propane capacity. So that has a 22-pound propane tank, whereas most rivets usually have a 17-pound propane tank. Also on this bolus is the off-grid power pack. So this has 8 kilowatt hours of lithium iron phosphate batteries, 3,000 watt inverter, 400 watts of AeroSolar on the roof, and the ability to also add those portable solar panels for a total of 660 watts of solar absorption. And it's available in the king bed configuration. So let's take a walkthrough of this beautiful bolus. But before we get started, I just want to talk a little bit about why the bolus is such a great choice for cold weather camping and ski season. Obviously, we're entering the winter here. And so all boluses are designed for Four Seasons use. And this rivet is also configured with the Adventure package, like we showed you before. All-terrain tires, so perfect for that snowier or muddier condition, and also the 3-inch lift for additional ground clearance. So let's talk about four-season camping. So first of all, we have that monocoque design secret. Okay, not that much of a secret because I'm telling you about it. But the real monocoque design uses that 2024 aluminum skin, 6 times stronger than any other aluminum used on a travel trailer. And that aluminum is structural, bearing tension and compression loads. But in practical terms, everything is inside the shell, rather than on the exterior like you might see on other aluminum travel trailers where there's a cap on top of that conventional steel frame. So this not only gives you strength, but it also seals all the water systems in from the elements, but also vermin. So we'll just take a quick look underneath for you to appreciate that the aluminum wraps all the way around the bottom. And a true monocoque frame provides incredible advantages for winter luxury land travel because as long as you're keeping that inside of the bolus warm, you are keeping all of your water systems warm as well. So there's not risk of them freezing. Let's now talk about insulation. And to do that, I'm going to bring you over to my insulation station. Now, when you plan on enjoying luxury land travel in cold temperatures, one important consideration is insulation. So at Bowlus, we use polystyrene insulation only, and that's that blue insulation that you see on the table here at my little demo station. And that has a higher R value. This type of insulation is far superior compared to the alternative, which we don't use, but we have here just as a comparison. And that's the type of fiberglass insulation that you'll find in other RVs. Although fiberglass insulation is cheaper, it is easily degraded by moisture, which then reduces the R value over time, causing the insulation to be less effective. Moisture saturation then creates the fiberglass insulation to become moldy, giving that RV a musty smell and creating unhealthy side effects. In contrast, polystyrene insulation is moisture resistant, has a higher R value, and additionally, when camping in cold climates, one concern is moisture buildup inside the RV from condensation. However, with that rigid foam, again, like we're using, there's just not that same risk of wet insulation like you have with the fiberglass insulation. And additionally, a Bowlus has a thermal barrier between the interior and the exterior, so there isn't any thermal transfer. Let's now go back to that Bowlus Rivet and talk a little bit more about the hydronic heating system, which is unique to the Bowlus. So comfortable winter camping starts with that Bowlus heating system. It's silent, it's robust, it has even heat through the Bowlus using that hydronic heat. It's programmable, so you can turn it on before coffee or prior to your return from the slopes. Incredibly efficient, works on either propane or 120 volt electric, so shore power, or off the battery. And that means you're not tied to an RV park. So you have the freedom to spend your nights in off-grid locations, enjoying the great outdoors. And that quiet heater distributes heat evenly throughout the Bowlus with the 5 radiators inside the Bowlus Rivet, as well as the special cold weather package through that heated floor in this very rare Bowlus Rivet. And while we're inside, let's talk winter driving conditions. So if you've watched any of our other videos, you already know that Bowlus has a low center of gravity. We use this really high quality aircraft grade aluminum and is very lightweight. And that means that the Bowlus handles a lot better than any other RVs due to that low center of gravity, lightweight, and aerodynamic shape. So when it comes to highway speeds, crosswinds, emergency maneuvers, climbing and descending mountains, that handling makes a big difference. And you'll see all of our storage is down low. That's how you know that we have a lower center of gravity in a traditional RV. And that's one of the reasons traditional RVs feel really claustrophobic too, is they have all the storage up above right at your face when you're standing, so it feels closed in. Versus in a Bowlus, we have that wide open space and we're keeping all of that storage down low. I already mentioned that this Bowlus Rivet has a GVWR of 3,500 pounds, which means it's easily towed by a lot of four-wheel drive SUVs, and towing a travel trailer out of a parking space after being snowed in is a lot easier when it's lightweight like the Bowlus and also has that high ground clearance as well. So let's start our walkthrough tour and show you the fantastic elements of this very special, rare Bowlus Rivet. Now I'm going to do a more condensed walkthrough because if you go to our YouTube channel and click subscribe, there is a lot of other walkthrough videos to get your hands on, but I want to make sure I address a lot of the key features in this Bowlus Rivet. So we've already addressed the things that make a Bowlus a Bowlus. It's lightweight, it's aerodynamic, it is the same width as your tow vehicle, so it can be towed by a huge variety of tow vehicles. It's easy to hitch, so we've got this jockey wheel on the front, low hitch weight, so you can actually pull your Bowlus to your tow vehicle. 2-inch coupler, no anti-sway on the front, and that's because the Bowlus is balanced, so you can hitch in under a minute. 7-pin and also safety cables, breakaway chain on the front as well. That 22-pound propane tank, which is a feature of the cold weather package Bowlus. We've got commercial grade deadbolts, so you won't find any RV locks on a Bowlus. And we'll go inside after and go through. Handle, porch light. This step does fold up for additional clearance. As we move over, we've got 4 stabilization jacks, 2 behind the axle and 2 in front of the axle. These are hand crank, but you can attach a bit to a 12-volt drill if you'd like. We have the outdoor storage, and it's really long. So we've got the awning in there right now. The awning does go on either side. We have chocks and Yep, we also have the shore power cable in there as well. Long, skinny chairs fit really well in here as well. This is going to be the awning rail up on top. You'll find that on both sides of the Bowlus. All of our windows slide open and have beautiful brass screens. We already talked about that 3-inch lift and the all-terrain tires. Emergency exit here. We use a cassette toilet. And when you're going winter camping, you actually really want a cassette toilet. And the reason for that is you can dump it into any toilet or porta potty or sewer clean out. But in the winter at campsites, a lot of the sewer dumps are closed. And so you want to be able to have that flexibility. You'll also notice that it's on the inside of the RV again, so it's not at that risk of freezing like you would have with a black water tank that is on the outside. We've got LED taillights on the back. Fresh water tank is also inside. So here we have here we have the gravity fill for that fresh water tank. This is where you'd place your license plate light, LEDs. City water connection right there. And then we go over to our shore power. So we've got our 30 amp cord. Everything inside the Bowlus can also be run on 15 amp. So that's just standard household outlet. That's actually what we're plugged into right now. That can run your air conditioning. I know on this unit we focused on that cold weather package, but the Bowlus is also fantastic for hot weather. Feel free to jump over to my air conditioning video to check out the capabilities of that. But the air conditioner can also run off the batteries, and so you can really enjoy up to 16 hours of air conditioning in this Bowlus Rivet off grid. And then of course you can obviously plug into shore power to run that indefinitely, or use a small 15 amp generator like the Honda 2200 if you wanted to run air conditioning nonstop with the use of gas. Those are the two portable solar panel inputs right there. Stabilization jack. Gray water dump is right here. And then we're back on the other side, awning rail on that side. These windows do slide open in the bedroom, and these ones with the wood blind are fixed. Okay, now we're going to go inside this Bowlus Rivet. Entering inside this Bowlus Rivet, going around the front. And we've got the kitchen at the front. So all of those outlets are always live off grid with the Bowlus battery, 3000 watt inverter. Kitchen sink, lots of storage, microwave on this side, drawers down below. These are both the same size, but I'll just put my hand there so you can see the size of them. You've got 12 volt fridge with freezer on this side. Induction cooktop with 2 burners. I'm going to spin around towards the front, fire extinguisher. And then you have these 2 cabinets here with lots more storage. 3 compartments on the right-hand side and 2 compartments on the left-hand side. As we move back, I'll just tilt the camera up to show you. We've got LED lights throughout on the top. And we have 4 vents, all with brass screens. They open like this by twisting and then pulling open, closing again like that. Got individual light switches for each room, which are also available with dimmers. And now we're in the living room, and the living room converts also into 2 beds. So this Bowlus Rivet does sleep 4. You can go 1 over here on the sofa, and then the dinette also does convert as well. We already talked about that low center of gravity. So you've got all storage drawers down below here. They're all the same size, so I'll just open one. And again, I'll put my hand for size. But really great, comparable to about, a 5-drawer dresser that you might find in your home. All of our windows have light filtering curtains on them. So I'll just roll those down so you can see. Really great privacy. And then all of these also slide open with that beautiful brass screen there. Very comfortable to sit at the dinette. Great workspace. Down below, you also have outlets and USB-C charging. That is the breaker box and 12-volt fuses down below. And like I said, this table is removable to convert this into a twin sleeping area as well. Over here, you'll see an air conditioner vent. We have 3 of those throughout this Bowlus Rivet, one in the living room, one in the bathroom, and one in the bedroom. And now I'll go in and show you how the door system works. So what's really great about all of our Bowlus models is we always have the ability to separate that bedroom from the living room. So if you're traveling with 4 people, or if you have one partner that gets up before the other, everyone can have their separate space. And it also means that we have that separate bathroom space. So I'm going to open up that door, which closes off the bedroom from the bathroom. I'm going to enter into the bathroom and spin around. And now I'm going to close off the door from the bathroom to the living room. So now I am in the bathroom. And I'm just going to stand in the shower to give you a good view. So we've got a toilet system over there. Obviously, both doors are now closed. So we have, the full bathroom privacy to ourselves. Emergency exit, lighting up above. And then we've got our vanity. So we've got vanity sink, medicine cabinet. I'll open that for you in a second. All of our monitoring panels, heating, monitoring panel, inverter charger, main power switch, touch screen, air conditioner. That's the light switch. And then we've got the water pump switch over there. Again, outlet always live off grid. So if you're charging electric toothbrushes or hair dryers, everything is able to operate off of that. And then some more storage down below. And that's going to be the air conditioner intake. So I'm sitting in the shower, so may as well show you that while I'm here. And, for anyone who's taller than about 5'8", it's probably going to be a sit-down shower for you, but it has this beautiful wood seat that I'm sitting on right now. And as you'll see, it's actually quite expansive. Even when I, kick my legs out, I still don't touch that wall. I have lots of room. And we've got that beautiful shower head here. And then when the shower is not in use, it also doubles as a place to put extra clothes hanging. So we have this collapsible clothes hanging bar right here, and that can flip up and be secured like that when it's not in use as well. And I'll just pop out of the shower now so I can show you what it looks like inside. And then demo opening the vanity over here for you. So again, lots of storage, great lighting. And now we'll move into the bedroom. King bed setup in this Bowlus Rivet. It's not convertible, so you do need to, if you order your Rivet, decide what configuration you like when you order. Like I said, this one does have the King, which allows you to have additional storage underneath. And then you have this really beautiful bedroom, wood blinds here. I put one of the curtains down so that you can see the privacy that's created, and left one open on the other side. You've got reading lights here with USB charging as well. You have a heater booster fan at the foot of the bed on the nightstand. Again, USB-C charging over here. And that's what the sliding window looks like when it's open. So that ends our walkthrough tour. If you have any questions about this very special Bowlus Rivet, please give us a call or contact us. You can reach us at bowlus.com or at our email, sales@bowlus.com. Thanks so much, and we look forward to hearing from you.